How about a magic trick?
The basic idea is that, like, if we try to use the same cover and we are engaging each other, whoever is closer to this cover when we are peeking on each other is going to have the cover. And it is because that theoretically, if you think about that, let's say when you peek, you aim at the tip of your cover. Of course, you're not going to do it, but let's just model it like that. That means you're going to proceed in a circle, and when you peek out, and the center of the circle is going to be the tip of the corner, your cover, right? So whoever is closer to the cover is going to have a smaller radius. Thus, the characters have the same peaking speed. It can diverge with like whoever is using a .75 ADS gun, like an NS-15 or whatever, but it's not a big deal. What I'm saying here is that whoever is closer to the corner is going to take more degrees, turn more angle when he's speaking out, so he's going to pop faster. So it is very important to be closer to such a cover when an enemy is trying to use your cover as well. And this is very important that when you engage someone, you're not engaging like this, like miles away from your cover, but you get to this cover and you pick on him. All right?
Right, so it's all about the distance from the cover you are hiding.
Yeah. So I would not advise approaching like you aim at the tip of the cover and waiting your enemy to get out because they are going to have the like advantage. Otherwise, I would say let's get to the wall, get in cover, approach the other cover, and then peek on them.
Right, so in this scenario I should like follow the wall and try to get behind the cover
You don't have
first.
to get behind too much. You just don't allow me to see you at all. You just jump behind there and straight to the boxes.
Yeah, so I'm trying to break line of sight as much as possible.
Yeah. You just jump behind it, get to the cover as fast as possible, and then peek on me. From my side, it's a bit harder because you have a much bigger space to arrive, and I have to stick to this wall, and then peek on you. But yeah, so it's somewhat situational how you act when you proceed to your cover, but proceed to it, and it's going to be yours if you're holding it. But the repeaking is like we covered that it is very important to peek on your enemy because you peek on them, then they will see you like 60 milliseconds later or 120 milliseconds later, depending on which server are you in. On Jaeger, it is much more crucial because everyone has like 200 millisecond ping, and the difference is going to be like 400. That's almost a half of a second. That means you peek out, you start shooting him, and a half second later he sees you. So what good players do in this case is that if they see like Manorii you peek on me, right? Yeah, I just disappear because I don't want him to have his advantage and I re-peek. Then Manories, if he is a good player, he's going to disappear as well. I might shoot him once in the shoulder, but he peeks out. Yeah, and tries to re-peek on me. So what experienced players do a lot of time is like this force repeat in like 1-2 shots, and just this bouncing. And then they wait till someone gets out of cover. Like on live play, they tend to start that they rush at you like this, and when they're rushing at you, they are out of cover, and you just pre-fire them like this, and they are dead. And so this is the force repeating. Another very nasty tactics I would like to mention is the yo-yo. It's like these boxes you cannot really shoot about. As you can see, they block my bullets because NC and TR guns shoot from the neck area, not the tip of the head. So this is a good example. Like what I would do here is that I peek on the left side, shoot him once, peek on the right side, shoot him once, twice, and keep on doing because he just cannot check me, and what he's gonna see on his screen is like aiming left and right, not knowing what's going on. What many people does is that they try to jump on the cover. Problem with it is that I expose myself because while jumping I cannot aim and shoot him, and he has a perfect view on me because he's stationary. Get around and then peek left, peek right, peek left, peek right. That's the yo-yo. Alright. Then let's talk about the breaching, shall we?
Yes.
Alright, so When we drop a triple sec, it's logical that we proceed through the stairs from the roof and the balcony and swarm and breach the point. But when we have to breach it from the ground floor, it is much heavier, much harder. And I see a lot of people, what they do is that they run at the stairs. They try to throw a grenade from right here, and then they have to medkit themselves to get to cover, or they die right here exposed. What you do instead is that you come right here at this my position. Yeah, it's kind of next to the stairs. And what you want to contest this area is that you make sure that people are not peeking on the stairs. Like this, you're threatening them who's standing on the stairs, but you're covered from those who are upstairs, you know, like they are not on the stairs but on the upper floor. So right here, what you do is that you look at the yellow line up there. You have the gray hole. Aim a little bit left of it, right there. There it meets the vertical line, and you bounce. You aim there. You throw your grenade. Bounce it right there. The yellow line. Here, bounce the grenade right there. So you bounce the grenade on the yellow line, and watch where it lands. It lands in the middle of the room. If it is a conk nade, it conks everyone around, because it's like it's in the middle of the room. You cannot run away.
Let me get another one.
Alright. It was perfect though. Yeah,
Oh,
it was much sharper. Don't cut it out.
No, it's going to be hilarious.
Alright. And on the other hand, if you come up Manorii, yeah, it was nice. It was a good one. If you come up right here, like a good player is defending the stairs that he's peeking at this corner. And why is it so is that, like, I try to attack you, and if I run up, you peek on me, and I don't have cover. I cannot do anything. And as well, I'm sprinting. Most usually players are sprinting. Stopping, trying to aim is just enough time to get killed if you peek on me right there. So one way to breach it, like first you grenade, and then you peek from the far end. It is important to peek from the far end, like the very ball, because then you can play the peeking game with the guy, and as well you can bounce a grenade in a way. If I bounce my grenade right over there, it's going to bounce on you, so I can rush you, and I either force you to come down on the stairs a little bit, because otherwise I'm going to conk you, or I force you to back off so I can take place on the stairs. Once I'm on the stairs, I'm not alone. It's very important not to do it alone. Someone has to be on the left side. And how it is usually done is that on the right side is a heavy assault, because he's going to see the enemy first as he peeking on the left from the stairs, and the medic is on the left side healing him with proxy heal, and then taking his place. And this is how we slowly clear up the room and peek on the left side, proceeding. And then if here's a third guy, he's going for the roof to check the roof and the balcony and call out if something's going on. So the new guys, because most of the time the first three are going to die, so the new ones know where is the threat that is still standing. So again, like, peek from the very rear end, yeah, try to grenade or win the peeking game, slowly push on the sides, aiming it, not rushing, just aiming at the corner, trying to win the peeking game, and then sort out like who's going where, and call out like where's the last part of defense. This is all about breaching. If you're using normal classes, if you're using light assault, of course you can get to the roof or whatever, or C4 through the window. That's very nasty. But for normal classes like heavy assault and medic, this is how you breach inside. As for holding, it is very important to have 1-2 guys peeking here and double peeking, because whenever I hold the stairs, what I'm doing is like I spot everyone I see. I'm not trying to kill him downstairs, because if I kill him downstairs, he's going to get revived, yeah? And also I give him a chance to damage me. I just try to spot him, not even engaging, just spotting. And I wait till he comes to the stairs, and once he's stepping on the stairs, I pre-fire and go fully for him. I fully commit on it. If, let's say, I take damage or I have to pull back, this corner is my safe spot, yeah? In this corner, I'm only threatened from the window maybe, but I can deal with it, and as well I can strafe, I can medkit myself. Once the conk nade or whatever nade was thrown there wears out, I go back immediately and fully commit and try to peek on the enemies that are coming up. They are most probably going to be very close. So to dominate the area, I have to use this this corner very closely. I have to jump back, literally jump back, and then peek on them. And yeah, I would say that's it about holding. If you're not holding the stairs, you just keep roaming around, looking at the windows, looking on the balcony, looking on the roof. Not overextending too much, just look at it once or twice. It is very important not to stay in one place, and it is not only because of the infiltrators, but if you're holding something like you're standing in one place, first of all, you're not peeking on it, yeah? You're not abusing lag, and as well, you make yourself tunnel vision. Instead, if you're tapping A and D, you're making yourself force through peeking, being able to not to be detected too much or exposed. And like, if you're not stationary and you're tapping A and D like this, you're more aware of your environment, your surrounding for some reason. It's just you're not stationary, you're mobile. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Great.
Do you have any questions?
No, not really. Maybe, yeah, well, maybe one question. What do you think, well, you mentioned peeking from this corner. What do you think about standing like bit backward, not on the edge? Is it important? Is it not important? You don't expose yourself, you stay like this and you just see enemy heads, basically.
Now the problem with it is horizontal peeking, or sorry, vertical peeking. Yeah, vertical peeking is tricky because people are used to adjust their aim at peeking horizontally and not vertically. So you have to really concentrate on it. The other problem is that if I pop out, I can be on the left, I can be a little bit on the right, and the same goes for you. So if you try to peek vertically, you have a line where your enemy can be. So you don't only have to adjust your mouse with the tip of the stairs, so you to aim above it and detect your enemy. They have to adjust it vertically as well. So I wouldn't advise doing it. But once they are spotted, yeah, if you see that this guy peeking here has to come back and medkit, and they are spotted and rushing, of course you come here and peek on them because they are spotted, and you see that they are somewhat on the left or the right side rushing, like as the first guy. You see it on the minimap.
My point is you usually got the whole squad with you, so you've got one guy peeking here, but you need to position your rest of the squad somewhere. So is it beneficial to stay here or rather here on the edge?
No, don't stay on the edge, rather stay inside the room and try to peek on the windows and the roofs and the balcony, because this one guy right here, he has a narrow place where no one can flank him, and anyone tries to come up at the stairs, he spots him. So someone who has apparently no job, no work to done, he just goes in and helps him immediately. Just listen for the callouts, like enemy whatever spotted, heavy or medic, or I don't know. Listen for it and check your minimaps every 5 seconds or so. And you see someone's coming up and you see, like, you immediately look at there and you're the closest, you go there and pick on them. Otherwise just keep moving around, keep looking. Don't stand in the window like this, because you're just gonna get sniped. If you want to peek with the window, peek with a very large circle that only your head is popping out, like this. Because I see most often that people come here and try to peek out properly, and they block my view, and that's why they got rocketed, and the splash damage gets me as well. That's just plain annoying.
Alright, so when you're going to help the guy watching the stairs, how do you approach the stairs? Just directly?
Right, you see on the minimap first.
Yes.
And on the minimap, you're gonna see that guy who's rushing upstairs. he's somewhat on the left or the right side, and you align yourself totally in front, like on the left or on the right. You sprint there, kind of close, and then you aim and peek. And if you're not confident, you even pre-fire, because he's gonna be sprinting. Yeah, he's gonna be sprinting most probably. Some of them is going to be coming like aiming and just slowly, you know. But most of the guys on live play are just sprinting like headless chickens. So what you do is like you either pre-fire or you rely on your very fast reaction time. And you go like, goodbye, that's it. And you go back to your work, like you're washing the window, the balcony, whatever. This guy picking here never leaves the spot, but the others has to be responsible and like dynamic on what they are doing.
Alright, thanks for the answer.